I held that over his head. I was like, you don't have a standalone movie, Mark?
I wanted to know because the series is just so much fun. Because you're screaming with Mark Ruffalo, you're twerking. What was that like for you to film all of this? Was it like a blur, or how much fun did you have?
Yeah, I mean, it was super fun. That's what drew me to the project in the first place, was that the script was so fun and it was so surprising and just had like this weird sense of humor that I really loved. And it is like working with Mark, on that first episode. There was a lot of play, there was a lot of improv, there was a lot of like our dynamic as actors kind of becoming part of our dynamic as Hulks and vice versa. It all sort of like had an interplay to it. When you're doing a show that's a comedy, it's like I'd never done that before, and it is very fun.
Yeah, so I wanted to know, Tatiana, because you're so brand new to Marvel, what is it like for you to keep everything you work on a secret? And is it really difficult for you? And do they give you training in how to pretend that nothing is going on?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely lied at the beginning about not knowing I was playing the part, because I did know, but I couldn't say it. So that I struggle with. But ultimately, I love not telling people. Because I love, as a viewer, like as a fan of movies and as a fan of just as a fan, I like not knowing anything before I go in to see something. If I go into the cinema having never seen a trailer, I love that experience. If I rent a film and truly have just seen one image from it, I love that experience. Like I just saw this movie called We're All Going to the World's Fair. It's this beautiful, tiny indie movie that I highly recommend everybody see, but don't watch the trailer, don't read about it, don't, anything. Just like go and experience it and be transported. And that to me is the power of cinema. And sometimes what we lose in like knowing so much about it or seeing so many clips from it, you kind of like have already seen the show. Do you know what I mean? So I love a secret. I love being secretive.
Yeah, so we kind of touched on Mark Ruffalo a bit earlier, but I just wanted to know, what was it like for you to meet him first? Because, he's been in so many movies and he's kind of, had a big presence in Marvel, but he's never had his own standalone movie. And then you have your own one. What was that like for you guys?
Yeah, I held that over his head. I was like, you don't have a standalone movie, Mark? No, he's like a hero of mine and has always been. His work is always so compelling, and he's done so many different kinds of movies and kinds of stories. He really is like the kind of actor that I just aspire to be like. So to get to sit with him like, we talked for like an hour the first day we met and talked about acting and talked about Marvel and talked about being a Hulk and all of those things, and his journey to accepting that part and to doing it, and all of these 10 years he's worked on that character. Yeah, he was super generous with me in that regard. And I remember watching him on set just like drop into Bruce and drop into Hulk so quickly and fully embodied in a way that was like, oh, that's the kind of character work that a brilliant actor like that brings to, a show like this. And it was just like a joy to play with him.